This is a story out of West Pasco County, Florida, in the town of Newport Richey. A Newport Richey man named Christopher Blakely was rearrested for a charge of domestic battery stemming from an incident that happened on June 11th of 2023 at approximately 3:49 a.m. The probable cause statement for that charge, written by Pasco County Sheriff's Office's Arboleda Mesa, reads as follows. On the above listed date and time, the victim invited the defendant over to her residence for casual sex. It was alleged by the victim that upon the defendant's arrival at the residence, he struck her in the face one time as he made entry into the residence, causing the victim to sustain an injury on the right side of her top lip. The victim stated that the defendant also began beating her up, but was unable to elaborate further. There were no further injuries observed on the victim. The victim stated that as she was struck in the face, she also lost consciousness. The victim stated this incident took place between 0 hours and 0230 hours. The victim denied ever having sex with the defendant tonight. The victim stated that she and the defendant have been having casual sex on and off for about 4 years, 2019. It should be noted that the victim was intoxicated during this incident and interview. I made contact with the defendant, who stated that he was invited over by the victim to her residence for casual sex. He arrived at the residence at approximately 0 hours. The defendant and the victim had consensual rough sex through the night. As the night progressed, the victim became verbally aggressive with the defendant, and he walked away from the residence to avoid further altercations. Post Miranda, the defendant denied hitting the victim through this incident. During my interview with the defendant, he had numerous scratches on his neck, which he stated that were obtained during the rough sex session with the victim. The defendant stated that he has known the victim for numerous years, and they dated and lived together as a family for approximately 4 months. The defendant and the victim have had continuous mutual sex since they separated. That is the end of the probable cause statement. He was taken to the Pasco County Jail and was released on a $5,000 bond. His last court date was set for November 28, 2023, and since that court date, the presiding judge has ordered an order to transport the defendant, and on January 11th of 2024, he was rearrested and taken back into custody and is being held without a bond. His next court date is a pretrial hearing set for January 16, 2024.